everybody. I'm This Old Gamer, and I am thrilled to have you along for the ride today. Another live edition of the program, and it is an exciting day. The first of many dev diaries to come out is coming out today, and I cannot wait for City Skylines 2. But today we are still on City Skylines 1. We're going to be on City Skylines 1 for quite some time. You might recall I started building a mansion in the suburbs, and I am going to continue building that mansion in the suburbs on today's program. So we're talking suburbs. It's way over here. So a couple things that has changed in the since the last time I joined you live is I got rid of a lot of visual mods. I actually turned off relight. No, not relight. Render it. I turned off render it. So I got render it off there, and I started going in the ways of trying some new combinations. And it really has helped on my issue that I had with I had some major league issues with really dark assets, and now not so much. It looks a lot better. You can kind of tell as you look at buildings, the reds pop a lot better. I think getting rid of render it has been helpful, but I also have noticed some things don't look as good. But I've tried to do so. I've tried to use the Lumina. Lumina is kind of like a new relight. So this is Lumina right here. It even has the same hotkeys, Shift, Alt, and L to pop up. And it has a LUT creator built in, which is kind of cool. I have not messed with it yet, but you can actually create a LUT in Lumina. I also got rid of Play It. Play It was the new version of the speed slider. Also had some built-in stuff in it, like the longitude and latitude and things like that. I got rid of that and decided to go with something new. So I've got the Lumina. I also have the let me look up the name of it, because I forgot the name of it already. Oh, Eye Candy X, which is kind of like a Daylight classic type thing, which you bring up by hitting Shift and U. See, it looks just like our old friend Daylight Classic. So less the balance than I had with Render It. I have not re-downloaded a post-processing mod or anything like that. Nothing like that. Haven't done any of that yet. But Render It is officially gone from Sloop John Island. No more Render It. Sorry. I was just so tired of having to adjust the latitude and longitude that I decided, now is the time to get rid of it. So we had this mansion that we were building on Memorial Day, and that's where we're going to start. The dev diary came out today, which is all about roads, and kind of expanded a little bit on the road tools. So that was pretty cool. A pretty cool little video. Easy to follow. They're going to have one of these videos every single week. Every single week until the game launches on October 24th. Also, one of the things that I want to say is not enough money. Huh? What? One of the things that has changed is the is we have the information on what the specs are going to be. It's going to require at minimum, a Ryzen 5, which is crazy. Crazy. That's quite the upgrade. Quite the upgrade. And I think it recommends a Ryzen 7, if I'm not mistaken, and it also recommends a 2080 Ti graphics card. Insane. Absolutely insane. That is a big step up. A big step up.
Logical error. Fun for the whole family. Book now and get a free handful of pellets to feed the fish.
Not enough money. Now this is new. This is certainly new.
Animals live in rooms painted to look like home.
Well, let me go to my Anarchy here. Oh, Lumino's right here. I had no idea that it's in the unified UI. Let me go to my game Anarchy. I know that okay, here we go. Remove not enough money limitation. Yay. I just kind of fired up the game, didn't really do anything like that on anything. Oh, I still got not enough money.
That's right, ice cream. And that should prove once and for all that something horrifyingly unthinkable can also at the same time be absolutely delightful. Who knows? Maybe everything's horrifying if you think about it too closely.
Not enough money.
Or maybe you'll pass. Either way.
Okay. Why does that keep turning off? I'm not sure. So what do we learn on the dev diary? Not too much. I've come to the realization that the Move It is not going to be a part of the base game. There's not going to be just an automatic move functionality that I could tell. I would think they would have showed that off. I think the coolest thing about the dev diary was the dropping in roundabouts, just dropping them right in the middle of an intersection. It seemed like the road connection tools and stuff like that are a lot easier to do than they were before. It felt a little arcadey. I was a little concerned by the fact that it seemed a little arcadey. We'll see, but yeah, it certainly seemed a little on the arcadey side. I don't know how exactly add money amount. I guess I could do that. Okay, vanilla unlimited money mode. That's what we want. We want unlimited money. Let's see if this fixes my problem. Oh, that's the wrong button. Yay! Okay, now I can put my little bush down. So yeah, we got to see some more in-game graphics, which was nice. We saw a really nice looking bridge, several intersections and things like that. Seems like it's going to be easier. Just at first glance, it seems like it's going to be an easier I don't want to say the game itself is going to be easier, but it looks like to me that it's going to be easier to put down roads and make major intersections and stuff like that. I think that is going to be um, simpler than it has been in the past. Oh, the beach ball went flat. Isn't that something? Um, yeah, I think that will be nice. That will be nice. Um, but it did have some like arcadey feeling sound effects and things like that. I thought so. That was a little odd. Ah, yes. If you remember last time, we had some issues here because there is such a major slope, and yeah, see how those chairs are just sinking into the ground. My wife is currently out getting a tattoo. Tomorrow is her birthday. First tattoo. What's the world coming to? Alright. Oh. You get this thing out of the grass. There we go. So this mansion, of course, is along my line of mansions here that you see. And we gotta figure out something here to put in the middle. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do here in the middle. I do want it to be something very robust and not a fountain. Not a fountain. Not a fountain. Maybe a fountain. Maybe we should do a fountain. I don't know. Let's try it. Let's go for it. Why not? Alright, we're just going to sink that in here. A fountain making live. This should be very interesting. I've usually when I make a fountain I have the convenience of recording recording the program and then chopping up all the stuff that gets screwed up. Not this time, not today. So that little thing's probably not gonna cooperate. That's fine. Alright, here we go. Uh-oh. Glad this is paused. What's happening here? What is happening here? Oh, why won't this be any smaller? Try it again. There it goes. Alright. And there. Okay. Whee. Moment of truth.
Kind of beauty, it's hard.
We can get the water out of the way and we can just detail it.
It all might seem a little self-defeating, but on the other hand, don't you
So in case you
something
missed the top of the program, I was saying that I did get rid of Render It. Render It is officially gone. I also downloaded or subscribed to Lumina and then the Eye Candy X, which is something that I'm not sure. The jury is still out. Jury is still out. All right, here we go. Okay. So I guess I didn't do enough water because this is not doing anything. Okay. There we go. There we go. Not too much. Okay. Looking through the dev diaries of the future, I was a little disappointed we didn't have a fountain one. I just want to know how it is, how the fountain making is going to be on City Skylines 2. That's really all I want to know. I'm trying to think like what kind of vegetation we want to have around here. Let's see if we have any new. Oh, okay. I'll tell you what. Before we do that, I'm gonna put a little brick wall up here, kind of around the border. Yeah, that might work. I had a lot of good, lot of views for the City Skylines trailer reaction. I'm still, overall, still really impressed with what the game looks like and everything I'm hearing about the game so far. Look pretty cool. It'd be very interesting to see, and I don't know if it's been announced or if anybody's even talked about it, but I'll be very interested to see if some of our beloved mod creators get early access to the game. I'm certainly interested to see how that pans out. And there's been countless videos. I mean, there's been videos about, and this is something that I even thought would make a good video, but there's been videos about like, are we even going to need mods anymore? They might be a thing of the past. I really don't think they will be, though. I think we'll end up getting a lot of cool mods. I mean, bottom line is the game is going to be compatible with mods. So, obviously, we are going to get cool mods. I just wonder which mods are going to be obsolete and what's still going to be needed. That's what I'm most curious to see. I did see that one of the dev diaries that's coming a little bit later, I think it's actually the very last one, is all about the camera tool. It's all about the camera tool, and as I said in my reaction video, that's what I thought that was. I thought that was some sort of camera tool in the bottom right corner, that little camera button. I had a feeling that it was. So I'm glad that that's the case, because what that means is they've actually put in some effort on some screenshot making abilities, I guess you could say, for lack of a better term. And hopefully what it's going to mean is we're going to have some really, really cool looking screenshots and videos, and a lot of that stuff's going to be built in. You're going to be able to change a plethora of options in the game itself without having to have a ton of mods. I mean, that's the type of mod more than likely that's going to really be gone. Will be the visualization mods. I don't think there's going to be as many mods that have to do with making the game look better, because heck, it looks pretty good in its current state. It looks pretty good. So if you're new to my live show, you can chime in the chat, and it will pop up on the screen, and I'll be able to see it, and we can talk about whatever the heck you want to talk about. I don't really care. Talk about whatever. So this isn't the best looking thing, is it? Maybe if we just make this corner diagonal as well. So you're going to see my camera just kind of popping up and down, and that's because there's a lot of elevation things here. There's a lot of things that are causing that camera to do that. That's not just me controlling the game poorly, which I do that as well. It's actually it's the elevation. I swear it's the elevation. Okay. Now you see this little track here around this pond, pool, whatever, where we're going to have our little fountain. It's very uneven. And because of the limitations, hopefully we won't have these limitations in City Skylines 2, but because of the limitations of terraforming, did it catch it? I was hoping it didn't hear me. Because of the limitations of terraforming, we got this really funny looking thing here. So what we're going to do is we are going to type in block. block. And we're going to go to all. And we're going to find this big old block right here. Now you see this? This is a canal block. I could have probably just put this thing in for my rail. Dang it. Shoot. That's kind of cool. Don't really need the boat. Okay. Yeah. Alright, so we'll get our little block here. And we're going to convert to procedure objects. Stick it right there. And we're going to tighten her up a little bit. Actually, widen it a little bit. I do expect that there's going to be several mods on day one. But we just really haven't heard too much about that. If Paradox was smart, they would give the mods creators what they need to go ahead and start developing this stuff. But of course, there's just a lot of factors in that. I think $2.20 talked about, you know, he signed NDAs and things like that. You know, they can't talk about certain things of the game. So the more people you give access to the game, more likely you're going to have some leaks about things. And honestly, you know, you might not be getting a complete honest opinion with these folks that have had access to the actual game at this point. So a lot is up in the air. Now this is definitely making this smaller. You can also see that the sun is setting, and that's because our Eye Candy X, which is now the new Daylight Classics for me, has the good old-fashioned time of day that works properly, unlike Play It. I'm not 100% sold on Ultimate Eye Candy, Lumina. You might have seen all of that on the workshop. That looks a little bit more even.
In other words, there's not a lot you can do about it either way, so might as well enjoy.
It's supposed to be a little bit of a like a low, not a heavy mod, not like Ultimate Eye Candy and all that. And yes, you do not need render it for the cube map replacer, which is something that I realize, but it's something that I read a lot. People are concerned about getting rid of render it. And the main reason I did is just because even though I was getting some pretty cool graphics, I was also getting way too many dark assets. Just really dark. And I was sick of having to go into the... Whoops. I was sick of having to go into the settings and just constantly fool with the latitude and longitude and all that stuff. So I decided to just get rid of it. So what have I been up to? I've been working on... Uh-oh, the police are here. Oh dear. Noise complaints. I have been working on episode 3 of the airport, and it's almost done. The recording of it, at least. I was having a conversation. I went to my class reunion this weekend, and I was having a conversation about City Skylines, not the class reunion, just in town. Actually, to Dell, one of my um, favorite and best supporters. And I was telling him, I've come to the realization I cannot, I cannot set timetables for myself. I just can't. I do not have time. I'm working so many hours a week at work, and I can't be like, well, because it's going to, I'm going to let you guys down if I do that. My viewers. I know I don't have a huge audience, but I still don't. I still want to make sure that I'm being upfront and honest about things, and I'm not going to have time, or I don't have time to really commit and say, well, I'm going to have a video every, on such and such days or whatever. Only reason I'm really free at the moment is just because my wife's getting a tattoo. So tomorrow is her birthday, Katie, which you've seen on the show. She took over my city in Downtown episode 12. Made her acting debut. Boy, don't quit your day job, honey. She did fine. She did fine. See, there you can see how my camera's just popping around just because we have so many crazy slopes over here. That looks a little bit more even. These pillars aren't exactly even. Just bring it in like that. See, these problems will not persist, and I'm sure there's going to be... Where's my fountain dev diary? That's what I want to know. All right. You can see there's some weird node stuff going on here that I'm really not overly concerned about. I'm going to fill all this up with bushes and things like that, so not a big deal. Thanks for joining me, everybody. I appreciate it. The Dev Diary first one broke today, and I don't know. I was impressed. I think it looks cool. You got to hear a few of the sound effects of the grid maker. That was kind of neat. So we got an idea of. You don't get that ratchet sound that you got with this game, which of course a lot of players turn off. I'm just kind of throwing these bushes around here. Oh my gosh. I did think I will say this about today's Dev Diary. It was well done, just like the trailer. Well done. And gave us a few more answers to questions that we might have had from the original trailer. Car crashes, for example, appear to be part of the new game. Like legit car crashes. So that's pretty cool. So this is very similar to every time I make a fountain, I do something along these lines to kind of give it a border, because it generally doesn't have a border, especially if you're trying to make it around something like this road, for example, it just does not cooperate a lot of times. So in this case here, we are using these blocks and doing a little terraforming action. So I got, okay, well, these things, no, they're not going to cooperate either. What about these? Man, these slopes are crazy. Okay, that's good. I think what I'm going to do here is super risky, but we're going to try it. So service trees. Turn on the PO. Props. I don't know what it's grabbing there. It's going to ever so slightly turn this. Like so. And then just scoot it over just a hair. Center it just a tad bit. Not really worried about this being completely perfect. One thing I have decided is with the exception of maybe a one-off situation, I probably am not going to go, bite the bullet and make another big city. I think, Sleep John Island might be it, which is, appropriate because this is the city I've been making for 3 years. I know in the dev diary, well, really a lot of the discussion coming out of that and the trailer itself has been how big is the map. My God, people are losing their minds over that. And it's like, I guess the conclusion has been it is a similar size, possibly even smaller than City Skylines 1 maps, but that the building sizes and the scale of everything kind of makes up for it. I'm not sure if I really buy that concept. We know we have 150 tiles on the new game, but I think that Paradox said something about that in comparison to the original game, it's something like crazy, like 400 and something. And I was like, okay, you're starting to lose me. But the thing is, this is the game that I know and love. Well, at least I love. And it's going to take me a bit. It's going to take me a bit to just put this thing down and never touch it again. It's just kind of weird. Yeah, I'm excited about the new game, but
It really doesn't matter who, what you
I
are,
don't know.
or what you do. As long as you stay focused on making sure people feel
And if
okay.
you're watching this
And that's as simple as
post
you're
live,
listening to Pop Punk Radio.
feel free to let me know in the comments if you've got that same feeling. It's kind of sad, right? Here you see some of the new palm trees. Um, these are vanilla. This was actually part of the. What were these trees from? I think they were actually from the Africa DLC. Could be wrong about that. They're big. They're mammoth. I like that though. Okay, so we got our pool here. Or not pool, but our fountain of sort. So we have these fountain jets. And I could easily put one of those down. That'd probably be the best thing to do here. We're going to set it right here. And then we're just going to grab it and put it over here. That's a heck of a fountain. Maybe we should go with a shorter one. Yeah. Watches it. Rises like a phoenix. Okay, that's a little. Yeah, I like that better. Like that better. Pretty nice place. Nice yard. Definitely a big party going on. We got this little walk out here to this key that goes down the side here. Let's see. I guess while we can still do such things, play my all-time favorite music. And I was barely coming through. I guess another big thing about the Dev Diary is the probably the biggest thing: sewage, water, electricity, all through the roads. All through the roads now. They're making us lazy. They're making us lazier. Or allowing us to be lazier. I mean, that's what the city or Sim City 2013 had that same feature. You know, I thought it was a good idea on that game, and I think it's a good idea. Hey there, how you doing, Captain Crunch? Yeah, I do like the idea of that though. I I don't know. I'm interested to see how some of these things pan out. But I do like the fact they're doing a new video every week. That's kind of cool. Continue to whet our appetite. Um, I also thought it was very strange that they've already got DLCs kind of like planned. A San Francisco DLC. And you could tell from today's video, the Dev Diary today, that it is super American. Like I'm talking, man. Fine by me. I just don't know if everybody's gonna feel that way. Okay. So like on my streaming program right now, it says that that music is barely playing, that you can barely hear it. And I mean that's fine, but one of these videos I made one time, Bon Bon said, "Yeah, the music was super loud." I was like, I didn't even have it turned up at all. So hopefully it's not. The birds are really chirping in my ear. Okay. So I don't really have too much to add to this. I mean, I went into a great amount of detail over here on some of these other mansions. Man, that staircase was a pain. Render it, it's interesting, you know, not having render it. It's definitely more colorful. Now, if I go into Lumina, I can mess with that stuff on the fly right here, just like Relight. So let's say I wanted to take some of that color out of it. Um, it's not that one. Let's see. Oh, interesting. This is not working. Huh. Okay. Okay, so maybe this needs an update that I was unaware of. Doesn't really matter for what I'm doing today, but yeah, so I went into some more details on these. Not quite as much on this one. This one I definitely did. Ah, good memories. Good memories. The suburbs. I've got time to complete the suburbs before the second game comes out, I think. Now you can see there's quite a bit of fog going on now. I did also get fog controller, which was something else that Render It had built in. So you can turn on this button here. See, it makes this really odd, which I think I can fix that with the clouds and fog toggler mod. Not really worried about it right now, but so there are some things I need to tweak, I need to check out, but overall though, I don't have to worry about adjusting my latitude and longitude constantly, which is very nice. Let's see if we can find a cool looking gate of sorts. That's a small gate. No parking sign. Bob, do something. Bob to the rescue. Oh, yeah. I've used this one before, but it's considered, what did it say that was? Industrial. What kind of nitroglycerin plant has this at the front? Okay. Yeah. All right, here we go. So what we'll do... Huh? No. This. Mm-hmm. There we go. That'll work. All right, so we're gonna just take this. Oh, why is it doing that? Mm-hmm. Okay, there we go. I'm just gonna take that out into the woods. Why is this doing this? Okay, there we go. And we're just gonna, this one we're gonna go like this, and then we're gonna connect it right over here. And I'm just gonna cover this up with some trees or something. Oh, those are so ugly. I don't use them anyway though. Now we will use our intersection marking tool. Connect these two lines, and we're going to go to decorative network. See if I have any little fun things in here. Don't think I've got any lights, but what I could do is actually go to props, and then we can find some lights this way. Let's see. Well, I thought we had a Monte Carlo. Oh, there they are. Okay. Okay, so maybe not that many. Maybe not that many. Let's spread these guys out a little bit here. Scrolling the mouse, scrolling the mouse. This looks, yeah, that looks better. Alright, about like that. Three of them bad boys. Right, her. Okay, now then we're going to copy, do the same thing here, and hit our old paste button. Oh, intersection marking tool, you silly guy. Okay, this, paste again. Paste again. And we'll do them here too. What an incredible feature of the intersection marking tool. I'm so glad I discovered it, because I'm the type of person that would normally not discover such a thing. I'd catch it on somebody else's YouTube. That looks a little strange, but whatever. Yeah. So this has real easy access to the park. The park is, however, blocked off with this privacy fence that I should probably go ahead and run a little bit further. I'm interested to see on the second game how much detailed you're allowed, because I do feel like that there is quite a bit of freedom with all the mods, at least with all the mods that we've got here. Quite a bit of freedom on this game, so I'm hoping we'll get a lot of freedom on the second game as well. Alright, so I'm going to take a little detour here. We're going to create a little pathway. Is it? No, that's not the one I wanted. There is a not that big. I'm also looking forward to seeing how many default options we get as far as decals and things of that nature. There wasn't that many decals on the first game. Yeah, here's your total decals that are vanilla. Yeah, that's not many. I just need something really, really faint. That might work for where we're gonna put this thing. Yeah, something like that. And bring it out just a tad. The let's see. As I was saying earlier, excuse me. As I was saying earlier, the most interesting thing for me about today's dev diary, other than the fact that we did get some pretty neat little new we got some really neat new screenshots, but the thing that most people thought was going to happen, I think, was having the water, sewage, and all that kind of stuff built into the actual roads. So that is straight from SimCity 2013, which honestly, I always thought that was a great game. Very underrated. It got really crapped on with reviews because of the fact that right off the bat, this was kind of early going in a lot of live service games. It had to be online at all times, no matter what. And this is early going in that. So that got some backlash, but it had a terrible, terrible launch. And I really hope that City Skylines 2 does not have that same type of launch. So I don't think it will, though. Paradox seems to be on their game, and I'm definitely looking forward to every week. I guess it's going to be every Monday. We're going to get this dev diary, so I'm really looking forward to it. I am in desperate need of some new plants. But in the meantime, a little gazebo away from the house, so to speak. Absolutely beautiful mansion here, but that does not have enough water. Betlier Manor House from Rosenava. Rosenava, my hat's off to you. Great job. Let's give it some water. Might as well, right? Did that even work? I didn't hear the clean noise. Oh, there it is. Pretty cool. I felt like that day I did not see it through. The Memorial Day live stream. I felt like I didn't really finish it. And these live streams, I also, I don't really go back and watch them. But I know that the first couple times I was just kind of like lost. It's a little different when you are doing these live than, comparing to doing a fully edited show. It's certainly different. But I think it's a lot of fun. I think it's beneficial because I don't have time always to make full-blown episodes. But I am working on that airport episode 3. It will be out very shortly. Now, one big goal is to complete the suburbs before City Skylines 2, and I will be doing that. One way or another, I'm going to complete the suburbs. Now, you might remember on one of our live streams, we made this industrial, ran down looking rail yard. So here's it. Here's it. And I do want to make some residential and things over here. This originally was going to be a bit of a commercial loop through here. Maybe some more apartments and things of that nature. And I'm getting really bad frame rate, and I apologize. This is the high school. But you may remember when I was building this, how I had to constantly go into my settings here and change in a theme mixer. I actually had to change the latitude and longitude. And all those issues are gone now. That render it is gone. Now, what's the downside of that? Well, the downside is I do not have any sort of post-processing, so there's no FXAA, SMAA, all that kind of stuff. But I am using this iCandy X, and so far so good. I like it. Now, you can change LUTs inside of this. All right. So there's a complete different LUT, needless to say. Now, of course, let's see. Oh, you know what? I don't know if I even loaded this theme. Yeah. Okay. That's kind of actually what I'm more used to. Now it's more of the color, that's more the brightness that I usually do. I knew it was a little off. I never loaded up my theme. That's awesome. Yeah, that actually is a little bit more the color scheme that I like. So I'll continue to make City Skylines videos and continue to do some live feeds here or there. And I also want to try that Stranded Alien Dawn again. I really enjoyed playing that, and I'd like to try that one again because it was really fun. And I was not very good at it, but it was really fun. And that is, you know, what's really ultimately the most important thing is that I'm having fun and you're having fun watching as well. But I really did enjoy playing that Stranded Alien Dawn. There's a ton of good city builders coming out. Not just City Skylines 2, but there's other ones out there. And I think one thing that I was saying during the reveal was this is a heavy year for some games. We're finally getting some great next-gen titles coming out. Just this week, Friday, the 22nd of June. No, Thursday, the 22nd of June. Final Fantasy 16. I'm super excited about that one. So there's a lot of good games coming out this year. So there's going to be some competition out there, but obviously we are all looking forward to City Skylines 2. I have to move that rock before I get off here tonight. So yeah, I appreciate you watching. If you stuck around with me, I'm going to sign off for tonight. If you watch this video in retrospect, non-live version, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel for more ridiculous content. We'll see you next time. This mansion is finally done. That's probably going to be the last big mansion here. Don't think I'm going to do any more, because obviously you're about to run into rocks. This area I have an idea for. We have our little park here. Goes on to the beach, but I do have a little bit of an idea for this area that we might do. But I think I'm not gonna make any more mansions on this little coast. But I enjoy making the mansions. I don't think I'm gonna make any more. But we have a lot more housing to put in over here. Lots of places to build some houses. We got palm trees in the middle of the road. But plenty of work to be done in the suburbs. So anyway, thanks guys. I appreciate all the support. I had 4 or 5 new subscribers come through with the trailer reveal, trailer video where I make ooh and ah sounds. I really appreciate that very much, and I hope you enjoyed watching this as much as I enjoyed building it. We'll see you next time. I'm Disso Gamer. Bye bye everybody. Take care of yourselves. Keep getting fired up for that new City Skylines game. Yeah.